Our next guest needs absolutely no introduction. Let's watch a small video to find out more about him. May I kindly request Colonel Gopal to get our guest for the evening, Mr. Krish Srikkanth, on stage. A huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the evening started.
Good evening, everyone. Legends don't need introduction, so I will definitely not need to introduce, but Mr. Srikkanth, what a pleasure. Absolute honor for us to have you here. I'm sure there's not a single person here who's not heard the legendary stories of 83, your team. So thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, first and foremost, I'd like to thank you. Thanks a lot, Shiv Nada Foundation, for inviting me for this function. And what the agenda I read was, I just have to speak for a few minutes before we get into the Q&A with all of you there. If I may, with your permission, with everybody's permission, first of all, hi guys, how are you? There comes my good friend Gudu there. And she was there during the movie launch of the 1983 World Cup movie. And she was there during the World Cup itself. And Shiv has come on quite a few tours. I remember the Australian tour. Last time I saw him was in Australia at Sydney. I just like to, since we talk about cricket, we talk about 83 World Cup. As you know, slightly the flavor of the season is the 83 World Cup movie. I just want to draw a small parallel between the 83 World Cup, Shiv Nadar, and Kapil Dev, in my opinion. One is the Gudu, Shiv Nadar, Roshni, and they're all close, very good family friends of Kapil. That's a different story. But I'm talking from a cricketing angle. How many of you have seen the movie, actually? But unfortunately in Delhi, most of you have seen the movie. Fantastic. So then I don't have to go into the stories of the movie. See, the movie, I'm talking about the movie. From the movie angle, I know what happened in 83 World Cup, all of you know about it. But the movie angle, I'm saying, see, one guy who changed the face of Indian cricket, one guy who had tremendous self-belief, one guy who had tremendous courage, and one guy who really motivated us to really, beat everybody and become the world champions in 1983 was Kapil Dev Nikkanj. If at all the 1983 World Cup, yes, it's all about teamwork and how you saw the stories in the movie, how he brought the team together, how he motivated people and how he brought the team together. and won the World Cup as a captain of the 1983 World Cup. What I like about Kapil Dev is that he's one guy who will take on the giants. That time the giants were the West Indies, the Aussies, the English people, whatever it is. And he said, man, we can beat anybody. And that's why even in the movie, we see my speech during the, that High Commissioner's function. I said, a pagal captain re humko, a pagal captain bol rahe humko beat the West Indies ko jeetega. But that pagal captain had so much of self-conviction. I said, man, we'll do it. And that is what I liked about it. The guys who can take on the giants is the guys like Kapil Dev. And then we have the man here, sitting here, Shiv Nada. I don't mean to flatter. I'm not here to flatter Shiv Nada because I know him. And most importantly, I'm very proud that on Tamilian like me has taken on the giants and beaten everybody. Because when Shiv started HCL, I don't know the total history of HCL, but I know he took on the giants, maybe the likes of the IBMs of the world, XYZ, multinationals. And to have the conviction and courage and self-belief and to build a team around you, to say, man, let's do it, man. Let's beat the giants. That is what leadership is all about. Since this is about leadership conclave, Roshni, you'll have to take it from your dad. The whole thing is all about this. We can't take on the giants. Your mom has come for Pakistan tours. Do you know that? Much before the 1983 World Cup. So such difficult tours, she's come and watched matches. So why I'm just saying this to all you guys here is, don't forget in life, if you have tremendous self-belief in you, if you can build a team around you and have a tremendous team supporting you, you can achieve anything you want. And that is what the 1983 movie is all about. And that is what I think Shiv Nada is all about. That's it. That's all I want to say. Did I sum it up rightly, Roshni, correctly? Because I don't want to go do it. The others are details. Everybody knows the details. Why do you have to go into the details? When 17 for 5, a man says, I just need one guy to stay with me. He begs everybody there. He begs Roger Bini, Roger, just stay with me. He tells Madipa, just stay with me. He tells Kiri, just stay with me. He didn't ask them to score. He just said, stay with me. I will take off the side. That is the attitude you need as a leader. Say, man, we can do it at any kind of situations. And that is what Shiv Nada has proved and proven. And that is what you have done, Shiv. I think you have done excellent thing. And hats off to you because we are all proud of you, Shiv. Honestly, really, I'm telling you. Now, ungalukku sollala. I have to say it in my mother tongue, in our mother tongue. Now, ungalukku sollala, Shiv. Nijamavi idu bayangara achievement. What I meant is, I don't mean to flatter him. I said it's an outstanding achievement. And I think all of us need to give him a round of applause. Well done, Shiv. Great stuff. In Tamil slang, if you say, Dul Machi.
Okay, I must confess that I feel exactly like everyone who bowled the first over to you. All plans are changed. My bowling plan has changed. But I must tell you that the self-belief, while you felt that as cricketers, but since I'm exactly your age, for us, what the 83 team did, everyone believes that 1991 liberalization, economy changed, India's belief happened. But 83 is when India's self-belief happened that we can take on the world. You beat West Indies in the final, which won 2 previous World Cup. You beat England in the semi-final, so-called colonial masters. You changed the self-belief of Indians.
I accepted it completely because on 25th June, whatever you call evening, night in England, any Indian on the streets across the globe can walk to the club and say, man, we are world champions. And that's what we did for Indians. I'm talking about Indians. That includes you, that includes me, that includes Shiv, that includes Guddu, that includes Roshni, that includes you, Colonel, all of us. All of us could walk in the streets, wherever you are, whichever part of the world you are, and say, man, we are the world champions. Yeah. Because if you see, even in the movie, Man Singh, the manager, in the movie says, हमको क्या बोले in Hindi? मेरा हिंदी तो पंडित है मैं हिंदी में, so थोड़ा आसानी में बात करेंगे मैं. मेरा हिंदी में पंडित ना क्योंकि साला मद्रासी है ना मैं ना क्या आपको सब जगह बनाना चाहिए. मद्रासी को हिंदी बात करेगा तो बहुत बहुत अलग बात है. So वो मान सिंह बोल रहे हैं कैप्टन हमको फ्रीडम मिला 1947 में इज्जत नहीं मिला. So that इज्जत
Came in it.
that respect
Like a very-
that is very very important in life.
So on this note, I think maybe it's appropriate that we see the video one, which is about the movie. So
Okay.
Let's have a look at the.
और आराम से मारना चिक्का भाई नेट प्रैक्टिस है
हमको चुम्मा टुकु टुकु खेलने नहीं आता.
और कपल ऐसे समझा दे मैं सर पे मार देनी बॉल
रहन दो मद्दी पर नहीं आती उसे डिफेंस. So now in 1983 we come here and our captain says we'll beat the West Indies. ए क्या पागल हो यार हमारा कैप्टन.
That is so much who you are. By the way, how did Shiva do for as Srikkanth in your view?
You mean
Jiva,
Jiva?
sorry.
I think he's done a brilliant job. I think what the movie they have done is, I think you have to give a lot of credit to Kabir Khan, firstly. Because he's taken the individual stories of each and every player and he's tried to weave it into the story beautifully. True stories. Everything is a true story. 99% whatever you saw in the movie is all true stories. Slightly juggled here and done, here a bit for the, I wouldn't say movie sake, for the, flow sake, I will put it that way. Everything is true in that movie, and I think I'm a very restless person by nature. I mean, people ask me, how do you have the energy? Maybe it's a restless energy, nothing else. So I'm 62 years old today. So I have a lot of this restless energy, and I'm a very restless person. And I was one guy who would speak my mind out, or thought out, or heart out, even when I was the junior most cricketer in that tour. I mean, apart from Sunil Walton, probably he was junior to me slightly. Apart from that, I was the junior most there. But I would just speak my heart out. If I wanted to say something, I'll tell it on the captain's face. So that's one of the qualities in me. And I think Jiva did the same thing, what he did. I mean, going and talking in front of him and saying, yeah, Pagal captain, it's a fact of life. Because the guy really said, we can beat the West Indies. We all thought, what nonsense is this guy talking? We really thought he was talking nonsense. We all really thought he's got mad. But then, that madness is required if you want to be a great leader. Thoda, you need to be a pagal. When I say pagal, pagal in the good sense. That burning desire, the burning ambition, say, man, I will take on anybody and whatever it is, I want to be the champion. That is important. And that's what I'm coming back. That's the relation, I'm not even saying comparison, that's the relation between Kapil Dev as the captain of the 1983 World Cup, Shiv Nadar as a captain of HCL. That's the relationship I'm trying to bring in there. That's it.
So I must share with you my own Srikkanth story. I was a young captain in Gwalior. There was a one-day match, and I was so excited to go watch India play, Srikkanth play. There were 45,000 people in the audience, and you made 45. When you got out, 25,000 people left. I could not believe. So I've always wondered that people have seen Sehwag bat, and now there's a young girl cricketer called Shefali who tries to hit the first ball for 6. And the New Zealanders who did it, Jayasuriya who did it much later. But as somebody who plays a little bit of cricket, at what stage do you decide that you're going to hit this guy for 6? Is it when he's starting the bowling? Is it at the run-up? Is it when the ball is released?
You cannot decide like that. You cannot. It's an instinctive nature. You cannot decide when he's in the run-up because you don't know what he's going to bowl, whether he's going to bowl up to you or going to bounce it to you. So it's not that. It's just that it's probably I had terrific reflexes, I would say. God is kind that he gave me some good reflexes. And maybe that. And it's just that that's the natural way I played right from my school days. It's not that I wanted to be an aggressive cricketer. I'm a person like that. Frankly, I don't know how many of you know, I'm an engineer, qualified engineer from College of Engineering, Guindy. Shiv is from PSG College of Technology, if I'm right. PSG, correct? PSG. Incidentally, I studied for 1 week in PSG Tech, by the way. I got transferred to Chennai after that. So he's from PSG Technology. So I do a little bit of engineering. Not many people understand it, but people, I'm sure some of you are engineers, you're right? Most of you.
Yeah, many.
Many?
Many.
I'll leave it. So, anyway, I used to do, a little bit of engineering. My thing is, when it's an outswinger, I'll go for it because even if it takes the outer edge, because of the parabola or the swing, the ball will take an edge and can either get overslip edge. They can only say, or it can get beaten. They can only say, I'll never try the same thing at an in-swinger. Because in-swinger, if I miss, I know I can get bowled or LBW. So out-swinger, I'll go for it. And a little bit of understanding that anything up to mid, I'll go for it. Because fielders are going to be inside, mid-off, mid-on. I'm confident that I will lift it off mid-off. But there are so many times I get out foolishly also. That also Kapil Dev says in the movie, right? A Pagal, he gets out, throws his wicket away after getting settled down. Like the semi-finals, I hit bottom for 1-4 over the top. I tried to repeat the same thing. I have that bad habit of throwing my wicket away, but no regrets. My career is over. Exactly, it's 30 years since I stopped playing cricket. 1992 was the last tour.
So one more cricket question. Then there is a particular video which I'm sure is exactly what you're saying about Benson and Hedges.
Okay.
85. The fearsome fast bowlers.
Okay.
But, before that, when did you think you had a bowling career? You took 5 wickets and 50 runs. You're the first one in India to do that. When do you think you could bowl in a ODI?
See, I'm very confident because one day cricket bowling, a T20 bowling, dear friends here, it's all about intelligence. It's just bowl stump to stump. You don't have to try anything. Let the batsman do the mistake. See, if he hits you for a 6, bad luck to you. But if he plays across the line to you, you get a chance of getting bowled or LBW. So a little bit of change of pace. Honestly,
Engineering.
it's definitely, maybe I wouldn't like to say I'm a very intelligent person. My engineering brains came into the picture there. You just bowl stump to stump. Let the boss in one day cricket. You tell me honestly, we don't have those turning wickets. Anyway, they're going to go for you. Correct? Unless the ball is turning square. Yeah. And when you're bowling spin, when you're bowling spin, the ball is not going to spin. It's just going straight. Actually, they call it Tamil poi bowling. Actually, you know what is poi bowling? Poi bowling is, they think I'm bowling off spin. I'm not at all bowling off spin. I'm bowling only straight actually. But the action is only off spin, that's all. So it's calling a bluff bowling. In poi bowling in Tamil means bluff bowling, nothing else. So that's what I used to do. And I always believe that you keep them quiet for a few balls. By natural instinct, they try to go after you. And moreover, they think as he's a part-time bowler, they'll be very overconfident against you. Because I have thrown my wicket away like that to, part-time bowlers and thrown my wicket away. So I used all that and...
So there is this incredible clip of Benson and Hedges. We'd like everyone to see it.
Okay.
Gives you an idea of Srikanth's batting and how you could take on the best bowlers. But I have a follow-up question after that. So let's watch the video too.
Done, please.
Going all round the ground. And it's on 75. Goes again, that could be a 6, that's a long hit over mid-wicket, there it goes, it's over! My word, what a fine innings. Leading for the front for India. They've got 3 points in this competition and they're in with a big chance here.
And they're dancing in the aisles as well. The Indians have come down to support their players here, and this man is having a ball. Look at him. The odd sniff, there's a little twirl of the bat, and the odd 6 here and there. This is one of them. He smashes this one right off the meat of the bat, and I tell you what, there's still no markings on that bat of his. I can't understand what the bat manufacturers are on about.
Just incredible. So
this guy actually is Patrick Patterson. He's one of the mad bowlers. He was one of the fastest bowlers the world has produced. One of the fastest bowlers I've played. You can ask Kapil Dev himself or anybody. And you hit him, he gets mad and he goes for your body. So, but then what happens, it's all like this. When you cross 25, your mindset changes. When you cross 45 in a one-day match, 40, your confidence level changes. It's all about confidence, nothing else. Then when you're crossing 50, you can see the ball like a football. So it's like that, it's like a football. So what happens is, it's not a good length ball. So you ask me, how do you plan? I didn't plan anything. The ball was a good length ball. So the only choice I know, because he had a mid-on, and with the speed, all I have to do is do this. And if I time it, it'll go. So I think it's all question of confidence, how it goes. 0 to 20, your mindset is different. 20 to 30, your mindset is different. 30 to 40, your mindset is different. 40 to 50 is different. Then you go for it. It comes with the flow. I think a cricketer, if you ask Kapil Dev, how did he hit that 175? He got into the flow. That's why he said he was so confident. He just said, I need one guy. I just need one guy. And the kind of sixes he hit in the Tonbridge Wells is amazing. One of the greatest strikers of the ball I have ever seen is Kapil Dev. The greatest all-rounder the world has ever produced, I've seen is Kapil Dev. Probably one of the greatest cricketers the world has ever produced is Kapil Dev.
Wonderful to hear
He
that.
can bat and he can win your matches from no-win situations. It's just not one match. The 17 for 5 is just, you all seen in the World Cup. He can win your matches from no-win situations with his ball, batting, fielding, and he can field anywhere. Slips, square leg, fine leg, long on, mid-wicket, anywhere. He was such a natural.
So I'm sure everyone here knows Gavaskar, knows Sachin, and knows Virat. And you've seen them through this entire journey, played with them, and you also have 2 World Cup wins in your bag.
Yeah.
Including the 2011 when Krish was the chairman of the selectors. So there are 2 World Cup wins.
That's
How do you
right.
compare these 3 greats as players?
See, you have to understand one thing. Sunil Gavaskar's patience and technique and his sense of concentration is amazing. Amazing. Man, that guy will leave the ball through his armpits. Yeah, shot like I'll be standing 20 yards away from the bouncers. He will get the ball will go zoom like this. Whereas people like us will have to do this and got out all like that. Amazing. And imagine he scored all those runs against those 4 fearsome fast bowlers. And it's I don't like to compare eras. That's why I don't like to compare Sunil Gavaskar or Tendulkar or Virat because they're all eras.
But just before you continue the comparison, you know, the era that you played in, no helmets, incredibly fast bowlers, danger to your body, and the quality of bats, isn't that all part of the fact that when you compare, you'll get to see the perspective?
See, I don't think we should compare at all because in life, what happens? Life keeps on moving. So if I have to compare Shiv Nada with Roshni, it's not right. So you understand what I mean? So it's generation gap. You'll have to just leave it as that and move on. It's like, otherwise, what will happen? Gopal, you and I will talk at the age of 62. And my son who's 38 will say, Appa, you have no other work, pa. You will say, you guys are talking about your age, my age. Every age, every time there's a generation, I think we'll have to accept the time, move on, next level. So, Sachin is another kind of concept. Imagine, guys got hundreds in international cricket. You guys have been playing matches, I understand, correct? Whatever it is, correct? Some of you are playing matches here. Imagine, could you score 100 between all of you, one of you? Is it easy? No chance. To score 100, am I right? Scoring 1 century, even in a friendly match here, even between the one bat and ball in this auditorium, scoring 100 is not easy, I'm telling you. So hundreds. So when the people got every time, you just imagine his mindset. For him, 45 is a failure. 70 is nothing. And there are 2 years when he kept on scoring 70s, 90s, his average was about around 50. But still people criticize, says, Sachin has not got 100. So that is a benchmark you've kept for yourself. Sunil Gavaskar first laid his benchmark. So Sachin Tendulkar laid his benchmark. Then came a guy called Virat Kohli. He laid another benchmark. So these are all great cricketers who leave benchmarks. And to achieve that benchmark is not easy. So I draw a lot of, the same attitude what Kapil Dev had on the field is what Virat has. Aggressive attitude. What I mean, that's a typical Punjabi attitude. How many? I'm sure a lot of Punjabis are here. Yeah. Oh, tusi kiya le, tusi, main chodenga nahi re, tusi. I said, oh, Punjabi attitude, that aggression. That's a historical in a blood. For them, they are fighters, yeah. Poor guys. I admire the jokes apart. People talk in a different way. I talk in a different way. For thousands of years, 3 communities have saved India. Punjabis, they're only border states. Rajasthan, Punjab and Gujarat. You see, these are 3 communities that are shining in life today. Why? Because they have seen war. They have fought against all kinds of difficulties. And Punjab was the entry point of India. The Khyber Pass, the good old days, the Khyber Pass was the entry point and all those things. Because right from Alexander came through Punjab only. So that fighting spirit they have. That's why I said, Tusi, oh, whatever, Madipa, oh, he'll come like that. You see Madipa, no? He's a Madan Lalo. Oh, so that is the Punjabi aggro. And that aggro is necessary. With Punjabi aggro, and with determination and with talent. Imagine a Punjabi aggro, aggression, talent, and self-belief. What kind of a person you can become? That is one side Kapil Dev, other is Virat Kohli, nothing else.
So,
South Indian mindset.
mindset.
South Indian ultimately the brains. Because without the brains, the bronze cannot work. See, there was, even when Sunil Gavaskar was there was a Gundappa Vishwanath, who's my favorite cricketer. So you'll have to understand that. See, everything in a team, you need all kinds of people. Yeah, you agree with me, right? So you need a Prasanna to spin them out, you need a B.S. Chandrasekhar to spin them out, or Venkat Raghavan to spin them out, and then you need Gundappa Vishwanath to play those delicate. When India is 0 for 2, Gundappa Vishwanath century. Not many people talk about it because you don't see that. Unfortunately, Vishy is not on public TV, but he is one of my childhood heroes. Vishy is my childhood hero, not Sunil Gavaskar. Vishy, his brother-in-law. So Gundappa Vishwanath was he's an artist. 97 not out in Chennai, who can ever forget? Ninga pathirikingala match?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I've seen that match. I was there physically.
I've seen.
193 all out India, 97 not out. Great fast bowling, Andy Roberts, 7 wickets. Ting, ting, tings, flying stumps. This guy 97 not out, we win the test match. Who won the test match? The South Indians. On one side, Gundappa Vishwanath scores 97 not out. Other side, B.S. Chandrasekhar comes and bowls googlies. Even today, the greatest batsman or one of the greatest cricketers the world has ever produced, Viv Richards says, I don't know what this Chandrasekhar was bowling. B.S. Chandrasekhar. Nobody could understand his googlies. Nobody could play it. Even today, you ask one of the only bowler Viv Richards has ever feared. This is B.S. Chandrasekhar. You've seen his interviews, right? Only bowler, he said, I could not play. B.S. Chandrasekhar. So that is South Indian. Shivnada, South Indian. K. Srikkanth, South Indian. Roshni, now you're a South Indian, don't forget that. No, ultimately the father's lineage goes through, no. You have a deadly combination, Roshni. You have a Punjabi mother and a South Indian father. What more do you want, you tell me? What more do you want? What a combination. No wonder couples keep telling me, hey Chika, he tells my wife, Chika, I want a South Indian son-in-law, I want a South Indian son-in-law. I really started looking for a son-in-law for him actually.
So your favorite North Indian has this wonderful anecdote of you.
And incidentally,
Because
North Indian's name is, his wife's name is Ramani, by the way.
Ramani.
Ramani.
Okay.
And Ramani is a South Indian name, by the way.
So there's this.
Why? நம்ம கேங்க எல்லாம் குட்டு தலையில போட்டு ஏறி உக்காந்துருவாங்கப்பா எல்லாரும். ரொம்ப நல்லவனா இருக்கும், நம்மளாம் ரொம்ப நல்லவங்க. இந்த பசங்களாம் ஏறி மிதிப்பாங்க போட்டு நம்மள. I said, हम लोग बहुत अच्छा लोग आदमी लोग है. So ये बहुत अच्छा लोग आदमी लोग क्या हो रहा है आजकल दिन में? बहुत अच्छा लोग में तो घूम धमाके नहीं चल नीचे से कर सकते ना.
So this video is about what everybody knows about you, which you mentioned, that you already walked 4-5 times here, you jumped down, that you're a very fidgety person in your cricket mannerisms. You must watch this video. And the good part is many speakers like this ask to see the videos before. Krish hasn't seen any of the videos, so it's a surprise for him also. Let's have...
So he asked me the questions. I said, I don't want to know the question. You ask me any question. All you guys, it's an interactive event. You guys can start asking questions. Gopal is only the facilitator. So you can take the mic, you can give one mic.
Next, we're just going to do that. But abhi wo video dekhta.
ठीक है.
Srikkanth had a habit of twitching. ऐसे 24 घंटे करता रहता था. ऐसे करता रहता था all the time. And हमने कहा, I said, Chika, Shri, you can't do that. She's a prime minister. You have to be little. Samjho, sensitive ko. She's a prime minister and you're going to wink around like that. Problem ho jayegi. Srikkanth, he was young, like I was young, he was young, but अदर सनी एंड बाकी वो सीनियर थे, थोड़ा सा फिरकी उड़ाया करते थे, कहता ओके, अच्छा I won't say. I said okay. So I introduced, I said Sunil Gavaskar, I don't have to introduce. So anybody meets Sunil Gavaskar will take 10 seconds extra. अगर आज सचिन को कोई मिलता है लाइन में तो it's a, या आज धोनी को या विराट कोहली को कुछ player has that. So Sunny was there, so he's shaking hand and I'll stand up and say, and हाथ मिलाया ऐसे, and वो थोड़ा move नहीं करते जब इंटरव्यूज होते हैं, move करते करते उनसे बात कर रही हैं, and इधर श्रीकांत ऐसे खड़ा हुआ, so like absolutely like a dead fish. यंगस्टर आया टीम में, फर्स्ट सीजन उसका, एंड यू नो यो सीनियर्स ने बोला तो उसके गट्स भी नहीं थे, बिल्कुल ऐसे, एंड और जिसको ये होती है हैबिट, जिसकी है वो पिच की, वो अगर ज़्यादा कॉन्सेंट्रेशन करे ना तो उसको प्रॉब्लम भी होती है, और मैडम इंदिरा गांधी ने 15 सेकंड ज़्यादा लगा दिए, 10 सेकंड हो गया, वो 10 सेकंड बिकॉज ही वॉज सेकंड टू you know, Sunil Gavaskar, and he was absolutely like, तो उसने ना जब मैंने बोला श्रीकांत from Tamil Nadu, and he said,
What am I to do here? That's my... See, as he said rightly, what he said is 100% true. I have this habit of, now I'm not tense, so when I'm concentrating too much, you saw me while batting, right? That sixer when I hit a Patrick Patterson, you must have seen me doing this. I did 2-3 times. That means I'm concentrating a lot. Even today, after cricketing times, I left that. But even today, that's why I keep this habit of going to the square leg, coming back. It's just that I try to concentrate that way. I do, and I used to twitch my eyes a lot. And even now, when I'm slightly concentrating a lot or thinking a lot, I start doing this and I start twitching my eyes. And maybe the twitching of my eyes, my mother does it. I don't know whether it's hereditary, but my mother has it and I also have it. So I could not help it. And these guys just started laughing, yeah. And I mean, I'm a very, very pagal personality. I'm also a pagal, honestly, frankly speaking. I'm also a madcap. I have a mad, but in the madness, there is a method to the madness. That's the right word I would put it. There was a little bit of methodology to my madness. In the sense that, in the scientific terms, if you say, there was a methodology to my madness. But then, my madness and my approach to a life like this only has made me what I am today. And people like me like that. And I can be formal if I want to. But I think if I want to be formal, if I have to give you a formal speech here, you guys must be saying boring. You say, boring. While we pass on some very motivational, inspirational ideas to you, in a funny manner, it stays in your brain. If I start boring you with too much of bhashan, then you will say, what is the difference between me and a management lecturer, you tell me? Correct?
Fantastic. So, I mean...
My only request to all of you is, I always believe that everybody has a natural ability and has a natural talent. Each one of you here. Every one of you here have some natural ability and natural talent. You will have to find what that natural ability yourself. It's not that outsiders can come and identify for you. You will have to identify what is the speciality about. Every individual has some speciality about themselves. Shikhar, Roshni, especially for youngsters like you, because you are all younger than my sons. I have a granddaughter who is 8 years old. It's okay. So every one of you has special talent. How are you going to groom the talent? How are you going to first find the talent, groom the talent, and make it into special stuff is in your hands. Don't expect your husband or your wife or your brother or you. You will have to identify what you are. And that comes from being honest to yourself. Most important thing, dear friends, be honest to yourself. Then you'll automatically be honest to others. You don't have to put on a show. You don't have to, don't try to put on an act. Never do that. Be what you are. Yes, there are times where you have to be formal. You can be formal in those occasions. A few occasions in life you'll have to be formal. There you be formal. Otherwise, be yourself. That's all I would say.
Thank you. So we're going to open for questions. There is, of course, again, one more very interesting video, which what Krish is doing post-cricket life. Some of you may know, but audience questions? That video is very exciting. Okay, let's do the video first.
Yeah, we'll finish the video. Once we have the video sessions over, then we can do Q&A continuously.
Okay, let's. So this is for those who you may not have seen. You may not have seen this, but this video is something which many of you may know, but it's a riotous sort of a video about what he's been doing. We'll do the photo later, but let's do the video.
What is this?
Okay.
See,
How many people want to dance on stage now? With
No. This happened on the launch of the day of the movie, after the movie. Gudu was present there. I know she was there in the movie. And suddenly Ranveer called me up the stage and said, dude, let's come on, Chika, you got to come and dance. I don't know what the Cinderella, I don't know what the song is. And obviously it's a Punjabi song. I don't know anything about it. I can't understand. So this way, both the Punjabis dancing next to me. One is R.D. Sandhu there, the other is Ranveer. So they said, okay, I just went to the flow. Whatever I knew, that's all. And there's a small ramp. Correct, Gudu was just pointing out. I had a very small ramp. You just missed the step, you've fallen down. Gone. So it was just fun. I mean, that guy's got tremendous energy, Ranveer Singh. And what a job he did last Kapil Dev. Outstanding. Hats off to Ranveer Singh. The way everything he has worked hard so much. Amazing actor. And his energy is another vibrant energy, I would put it that way.
Thank you. We have a cricketer who we are very proud of in the Shivnada Foundation. Can we have the photograph? There's a little bit, I know you don't follow women's cricket so much. This is Shefali Verma. She opens the batting. They're playing the World Cup in New Zealand.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
I know that. Correct.
And she's a grade 11 student at the Shivnada school.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
I'd like to wish her all the best and God bless her. Just play a natural game. That's it. Go ahead. Don't worry about what the coaches say. See, when I was young, the coaches, thank God I never went to any coaching academy in the good old days, correct? Okay. But the good old days, they used to say, everybody has to say, put your head down and play, put your head down and play. I could not do all that at all. And in the good old days, when I used to hit the ball I used to slash outside the astem a lot. And the ball used to take the edge and go either over slips or over point for 4. Hey, आड़ा तेरा cricket रे, किसे cricket technique बिकने कुछ नहीं मालूम है रे, कौन है रे, ऐसे बोलेगा. Today everybody is playing आड़ा तेरा.
2020.
Everybody, now what they used to call it the uppish shot, today it's become the uppercut, nothing else. The commentators have shifted it from uppish shot, Gudu, right? They're calling it uppercut, nothing else. So, that's what I'm trying to say. Maybe what you do today might look foolish for you, but then 30 years down the line, when I look back in my life, now 30 years since I retired, so that those kind of shots I used to play probably from 81 I made my debuts. I mean 40 years back I played those kind of shots.
Reverse sweeps.
Whatever it is, reverse sweep, but not have done in 87. Now they're saying reverse sweep. I've done in 87 World Cup. I cannot talk about myself. So I'm saying be a natural self. In fact, today I do a lot of commentary on Star Sports Tamil. I don't know how many of you have heard Star Sports Tamil. Cutting labor. See, he's saying enjoying it. Believe it or not, you know something? Star Sports Tamil viewership in Tamil Nadu is 95%. All English viewers have come to Tamil. I don't know whether it's because of me, because of the team, I always say. Because reason is, I speak very casually. Who wants to, oh, what a beautiful shot outside of some, went like a bullet. Oh, man, boring. Yeah, that is. And they do the Goras coming and talking in their language. We don't understand the language also. They'll say, wow, what a shot, beautiful shot. Actually, half the fellows can understand. We ourselves cannot understand. Imagine the public, how can they understand? So, but just because it's in English, you are not forced to watch English. Whereas if you see in Star Sports today, the maximum viewership is Hindi. It's about 56%. Star Sports Hindi commentary is 56%. English and Tamil are competing for number 2 slot. Can you believe it? And all the English-speaking people in Tamil Nadu have shifted to Tamil. Because it's full fun. We don't talk cricket at all. We talk cricket exactly when we want to talk cricket. Otherwise, we talk nonsense, nothing else. See, because why I'm trying to say all this is, what are you doing commentary for? They are watching the match anyway. I don't have to say beautiful shot, he put his left foot like that, beautiful cover drive. They're showing it there. Why should I say the same thing in articulate in English? You tell me. Correct, Ashiv? Correct, no, Gudu? What are you saying? Oh, what a beautiful shot, left foot on there, beautiful drive, bat coming straight. Wow, Kane Williamson, beautiful shot. Who wants to see that? They're seeing that already. All this, hey, Samadhi macham, put kilch kurtira, you know, Matt over there. See, we say in Tamil, suppose he plays a smashing knock or a smashing shot. Kiri, pot, satita macham, abdin one in Tamil commentary. In Hindi, क्या shot है, क्या मारा रे, पैंट बचा दिया रे उसका ऐसा बोलेगा. ऐसा commentary चाहिए. Oh, what a wonderful shot! He smashed it through covers for 4. क्या चाहिए आपको बोलो? No, Sunny also shifted last lot to Hindi now. Sunny does both Hindi and Tamil. I mean, sorry, Hindi and English. His English is top level. See, his is Oxford English. Mine is Indian English. You have to understand that. Not that it's bad, but it's Oxford. Mine is universal English. That's all. So, what I'm trying to say is, see, you'll have to understand. People are watching for entertainment. It's a sportainment, no more sport. It's a sportainment. And if I'm just going to replicate so half the people, that's why you see, they'll put it on mute and just watch the game. Otherwise, you can give commentary yourself, right? Then we'll say, when the ball goes up there, they say, oh, it's gone up there, top edge, it's gone up there. We call it Mukh Mel Raja. That's what we say. Mukh Mel Raja. Mukh means most. Mel means Raja. Mel, zween, mel poch bacha ball abdin. So we see zween, we give all these words. Zween poch bacha ball abdin. So those slangs has made it so interesting. So people, 90 to 95% of the Hindi, Tamil Nadu watch only Tamil. The reason I'm trying to say this is the last 3 years this happened. Now it's starting off in another couple of weeks. In life, we all think, we have also, maybe because of the British Raj or whatever it is, because of our so much thing, we all said, this is the only way of doing this. This is the only way of doing that. Don't ever have rules. What is your aim? You want to be successful? You want to achieve a goal. To achieve a goal, there are multiple ways. There's no only one way to achieve a goal. There are multiple ways of achieving a goal. So you play a goal. End of the day, what? You want to go from point A to point B, or you say, I want to win the match. How to win the match is in your hands. Unorthodox methodology, Sehwag. Man, who has got 2 triple hundreds in Indian cricket, boss? It's Virendra Sehwag, not Kapil, not Sachin Tendulkar, not Sunil Gavaskar, not Sachin or Virat Kohli. They are all fantastic. Sachin Tendulkar, Virendra Sehwag. From man, 96 to 100, for sixer. 294 to 300, sixer in Multan. 294 to 300, he goes with a sixer.
And 295.
And he's got about 10 double, what do you mean? 10 double hundreds he's got.
10 double hundreds.
Amazing. That is what I'm trying to say. So, success has not got only one way. Excuse me. There are multiple ways. That is why I compare Shiv to that. Shiv, didn't you not play a little bit of unorthodox style, Shiv? Did it not take on straight away? Dilli ki tuddu batting nana. Dilli ki tuddu batting. Dhairyam. Sorry, he didn't understand my slang. I said brave, courageous. That's what, courageous. So what I'm trying to say is, that's what it is. It needs a little bit of courage. It needs a bit of thing. Kapil Dev had his own way of unorthodox batting. You know something, some knock Kapil Dev has played against West Indies. You have not seen it on television. I never forget a knock. The same Patrick Patterson charging in, bowling and tearing us apart. He scored, ask him, he scored about 82 or 52 balls. You ask Gudu or Siv or anybody when you meet him. Chika says one of your best knocks is on it. 80 odd runs against West Indies fast bowling at Nagpur. He'll do this, flying, ball go flying. So what I'm trying to say is, dear friends, it's not necessary that you have to be only orthodox ways of batting or life. Unorthodox ways of life can also bring success. And that's what COVID has also taught us today. COVID has also taught us that. Correct? That's it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Audience, all yours. Sundar?
Yeah.
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 Sir, tell us about some of the bowlers. You talked about the good batsmen and all that. Who are the bowlers you feared? You talked about Viv Richards versus B.R. Chandrasekhar. Tell us which bowler really got you sort of sleepless nights at night.
See, the three bowlers, I found it most difficult. I mean, naturally, anybody would not like to play the four fast bowlers at a time. So when you have four fast bowlers in tandem, no, it's difficult. You don't have time to breathe. On one side, Marshall, Roberts, Garner, Holding, you don't have time to breathe. That's why I say Sunil Gavaskar is great. There's no time for you to relax even for 1 over or 10 balls or 5 balls or 3 balls, whatever it is. No, but for me, I found Marshall very difficult. He was very slippery. He was short, but he was very quick and very slippery. He had a slippery action. And his ball used to skid off the wicket. And Wasim Akram, okay, like that. So the ball will come in, go out, something like that. And the other guy was a fantastic bowler, was Richard Hadlee. Though I scored runs against him, Richard Hadlee was an artist, outswinger. So I think these three guys were outstanding bowlers. Whereas I could play raw pace. Holdings of the world, or Imran Khans of the world, or Roberts of the world, or Pattersons of the world, and all. For me, raw pace was fine. But pace with a little bit of here and there movement, no? Gone with the wind.
Thank you. Questions? Yes, Dr. Rajat.
Whatever questions they miss, you can ask on your side. If at all you had prepared some, because I saw on questionnaire, I said, I don't want to know the question at all. You ask me whatever questions you want, I said.
Sir, this is
Rajat. Okay.
Anjani this side.
Anjali,
Yeah, Anjani, sir.
Where?
Sir, this side.
stand.
Yeah.
Anjani.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I have no only of Anjani. Tell me.
So, one thing right now, recently have briefed about when a batsman is batting and is scoring after 10, after 20, after 30, mindset get changes.
Correct.
And after 50, ball looks like football. But there's a concept, nervous 90s also. So when mindset is changing a lot, ball is looking like football, then why batsman gets nervous in 90s?
I tell you, it's a very good question. That's why I brought in the example of Virendra Sehwag. He didn't have nervousness in 90s or 100, 290s. 190s, 290s, he was not bothered. What happens is that 100 is a very, very strange milestone. Everybody likes it. Okay, everybody likes it. And maybe because I got out so many times in 90s, be it test matches, one-day matches. I never bothered about records. But for people, end of the day, what happens is after 20 years down the line or 30 years down the line, when you go through the statistics, you would say number of hundreds. They'll put only number of 50s. But they will not say what kind of batsman you had or what kind of impact you had in a match. And that's what I like about Kapil Dev. He gives me that credit sometimes. He says, the impact created is what is more important, I believe, than the amount of runs scored. Everybody has a role to play. My role, I knew I did not have the technique. I knew that I was not good enough like some of the big guys who had the technique like Gavaskar or Mohindranath or Vengsakar. And so you'll also have to understand. That's why I said you not have to know what your strengths and weaknesses yourself are. If I had to play orthodox cricket, technically perfect cricket, I would not have broken into the Indian team. I would not been a part of the Indian team. I would not have been a captain of the Indian team. I went out to captain the Indian team. Now, why did I captain the Indian team with all my huge minus points as far as my technique, the so-called technique is concerned? It's because the impact. My role was what? Chika, you just go hit whatever, do whatever you want. That's a permission given to me from blanket permit given by Gavaskar or Kapil Dev and their captains. You do whatever you want. There are no rules for you. So that was my role was to try and hit out the fast bowlers so that the middle order could stick around and score big runs. My role play was that. So same thing applies to everybody, and For me, I didn't have those problems of nervous 90s because I didn't reach the hundreds too many times, so I don't have to worry about it.
Thank you. Yes, Rajat.
Can I?
Yeah.
Thank you, Krish. May I call you Krish? Thank you, Krish.
Call me Chika, so no worries.
Thank you. This is unadulterated, pure and clean humor. I haven't laughed so much in a very long time. Thank you so much.
Life is only meant for laughter,
I know,
boss.
exactly. And the way
When you come to my age, you'll understand what I mean.
I am already close to your age. That's why I took the liberty of calling you Krish.
Table tennis for India.
Oh,
Yes,
oh, I believe you're TT Indian player. Fantastic, man. Congrats. Well done. Playing for India is itself is a great achievement. Well done.
Thank you.
Whatever sport it is.
So, when you speak English and then you bring in that Tamil, it sounds so easy on the ears. Ilya and Seria, and it's really nice to hear. It's so, the pleasure on the ear, so I can understand why Tamil commentary is, people have switched to listening to Tamil. My question is, you've described that 83 was the watershed, and all of us agree, all sportsmen, we have these conversations. Kapil Dev's knock changed. It was a watershed in India's cricketing history. But India did not dominate that World Cup in the manner that I think you dominated the 85 Benson and Hedges. I remember I was a student and we used to get up watching these matches, and Lakshman Krishnan had already run through half the side, and it was a foregone conclusion that India would win that series almost in the match against Pakistan. But Benson and Hedges was total domination. You didn't lose a single match.
That's right. See,
World Cup you lost matches, but still won. But Benson and Hedges hasn't got the kind of attention that 83 has got.
See, that is because of World Cup. You're right. I think in 85 World Champion, in fact, March 10th, day before yesterday, 3 days back in March 10th of 1985, we won the Benson Hedges. Unfortunately, what happened is, you have to understand, there's a huge difference, a tag attached to something called World Cup. See, that's one thing you'll have to understand. Winning the World Cup is different. Winning the mini World Cup or the Benson Hedges Cup is a different thing. That's why it has got. But people who know cricket like you, people who watch cricket or people who watch YouTube, they understand the impact of 85. But you have to understand, why did we dominate 85 like that? It was because of 83. You have to understand that. And the grounds were huge. Unlike some of the grounds are huge, so our spinners had the ability to toss the ball. So the 90 yards boundary line, there were no rest, this thing, all those things help us a lot. And we had a fantastic team of all-rounders. 85, we had more all-rounders than in 83. So I think the capabilities of all-rounders are very important in one-day cricket and limited overs cricket, I would put it that way. Even in T20 cricket, the more all-rounders here, the more the merrier for the team. And I agree with you. I'm surprised why the 85, I don't know. I really don't have, it's like this. They talk about, the World Cup is a World Cup, unfortunately. You cannot do anything about it. It's like, people only talk about Wimbledon. They will not talk about the US Open. They will not talk about the, Australia Open. Or they might not talk about the French Open. But Wimbledon is one thing that's spoken about. Maybe it's because of something like that. I'm sure in TT also the World Championships were very more important, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's the World Cup, the term World Cup, the term captain, the term World Cup, these are all big tags. The world chairman of selection committee. And if you win, there's a big tag attached to it. That's human nature, I guess.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir.
See, World Cup, don't forget, 83 World Cup will never be forgotten because it is the first time India ever won it. There's always that first time, whatever you do in a big way will always be remembered in life. The first time. Whatever you do, the first time when you're a winner, right? That's it's an international win. So people remember that.
Good afternoon, sir. Suppose you have planned to play a particular shot and you miss that. Then what's the next thought going in your mind?
You're out and go out. That's all. No, if you still feel I'm not out, you're saying.
No. I'm saying you opted to play a particular shot, but you missed that and you are still on the pitch.
Okay.
Then what is the next thought going in the mind?
See, next part is, so sometimes you feel, oh, God, I should have hit that shot. But then sometimes you feel you played a stupid shot. But the problem with Srikkanth is he never learned from his stupidity. If I had learned more from the stupidity, I would have scored more centuries and probably continued to play for India for some more. But then, whether this or that, when I really look back in my life, the number of times I've got out between 20s and 30s in international cricket, whether it's be it one day or test or whatever it is, I've got out between 20s and 30s in about 40 to 50 innings. That means I'm set, I've seen the new ball through, but I've got out between 20s and 30s, and between 20s and 50s, about 60 innings. So I believe that is where I like Sehwag's planning. I used to ask him, I asked the same question to Sehwag. I believe Sehwag has come and spoken here and he must have given you how he plans his innings. He says, Chika, sir, I'll go fat, I'll score 30. Then I will take a break for 10 runs. Then he will target one bowler, I believe. And that bowler, I know I'll hit him in 2 overs, I'll hit him for 25, 30 runs. So from 40, I go out to 65. Then I'll take a small break. So 65 to 85, he'll come there. Then 85 to 100 again, he will target one bowler and say, go for it and get my 100. So that kind of, if I had the intelligence like, I think Sehwag, in my opinion, is one of the greatest Indian batsmen India has produced, honestly. And he's not been given his due, actually. For the amount of achievements that Sehwag has done, the amount of matches where Sehwag has won for India, he's, in my opinion, one of the greatest cricketers. Thank you, sir. See, when you can demoralize the attack, when you can demolish the attack, that itself is a great achievement. Not many people can demoralize an opposition or demolish the opposition. And that one thing Sehwag has done very successfully.
Yes.
Yeah, good evening. Ashwin Ravichandran also from SSN institution.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. Please tell about his career. And now he became the highest second wicket taker in Test cricket.
Yeah, I think he's the second highest wicket taker for India today. Yes. I think he's a very intelligent bowler. He's again an engineer from SSN, obviously from your college, Shiv's college. And he's basically an intelligent cricketer. And he has a tremendous amount of self-confidence, which is what helped him a lot. And he came with a reverse style. He started with T20, one days, and then test. And then he has got tremendous variety, tremendous guts, and tremendous self-belief in him. And that's why he is what today. He's one of the greatest spinners probably the world has produced.
He's an engineer and Tamil also.
Yeah, Madras. Yes, Gudu. Yes. Mike, the other way.
Do you think Ravi Shastri and Virat were not totally fair to Ashwin?
Virat Kohli.
Well, he was
you mean Ashwin?
Selection.
No, I think what has happened is I would not like to see in selection sometimes, Gudu, you'll have to understand. He was there always in test. And you know, they in the limited overs cricket, frankly, they were also looking for options like Washington Sundar and Jadeja and all. And so I don't think, again, it's a partially media made also, let me be very frank. See, what happened to them was during the 2017 Champions Trophy, in the finals, these guys got clobbered.
Pakistan.
They got clobbered. And what happens when you lose, and sometimes when in the finals, when you know you are the favorites, and you lose to something, sometimes it happens like that. But I don't think there's nothing called unfairness in anything. In selection, having been a chairman of selection committee, when I pick X, they'll say, why not Y? When I pick Y, they'll say, why not Z? I have faced this barrage of questions like how you asked me just now. So, and honestly, I believe that I think we'll have to start moving on to the next level of youngsters in the limited overs format, because fielding is also a very important aspect there. That's one. Whereas in test he was always a certainty, if you notice it. Test is always a certainty.
Sorry. In the last test series in England, he did not play a he did not play a single test match.
Yeah, so I think that was maybe, but again in England what happens is, if you look at it very honestly, in England generally, off spinners or finger spinners have very rarely done well. Very rarely done well in English conditions. In English, even if you see, you take Prasanna or Venkatragon or Shivlal Yadav. Shivlal Yadav was a very good off spinner. Or any finger spinner in England, very rarely have done well. because the wicket conditions are, it's not, the ball has, wicket has got grass, it's more the seamy conditions. So they opt for an extra, always generally seamer. I mean, only Chandrasekhar was the exception. Even Bishan Singh Bedi's track record, I don't think in England is that great. You see any finger spinner, except for Muttiah Muralidharan, all other finger spinners have found it very difficult in England. Whereas in Australia, it's a different story.
We can...
I think, yeah, he was one of the greatest spinners here. He was a magician. Pah! I mean, you saw the videos going after the 10 greatest wickets of Shane Warne and all. When you see those deliveries, he was, I think his intelligence level was in a different zone altogether. I mean, I don't know how to put it for a leg spinner. When he starts really turning, you see, that's why his action is not really round arm. It will be slightly side arm. His action will be like this. Imagine a batsman leaving the ball outside the leg stump, and ting, the middle, like off stump goes around the legs. Around the legs. And how many times batsmen have beaten here and gone taken left? And how many times he's got people left-handers from wide outside off stump, bat gap in. That is known as setting up actually. I'll never forget, I don't want to name the cricketer, in IPL when he was leading for the first time in Rajasthan Royals. So I was on the commentator's box, I was just going. So he said, "Oh, Chris, you like the way I set up that guy?" I won't name the cricketer. The way he set up one big cricketer. In leg spinners, they have this heart of setting up a batsman to get out. They think a bit. They'll say, wait. So one ball, the guy stepped out, that's all, beaten, gone. He's halfway down. He stepped him out. And he said, "You like the way I set him up beautifully?" That's what greatness about Shane Warne. He'll set up a batsman brilliantly. And when leg spinners bowl, I've stood in forward short leg for Lakshman Shivaram or the sound of the spin, when the ball revolves, since most of the engineers, when the ball starts revolving a lot, it starts making a noise. It'll come. It'll come and then it starts dipping. When the revolutions become more, the balls dip. That's where the batsman gets beaten. And that's when Shane Warne was magic. That's why you see he's got a lot of wickets in England. How many times he's bowled the English? Mike Gatting, the ball a century, Mike Gatting and all. He was amazing cricketer. I mean, very sad that such an outstanding cricketer and a fun-loving person and a very friendly person. He's one guy. Imagine in the first IPL, with all youngsters, he won the IPL. A great motivating cricketer. I didn't want to say that, you said it. You said the name. You said it.
Mike, Dr. Ban.
I didn't say it, you said it.
Hi, Chika.
Yes.
I'm here. There.
Oh, yeah.
Vivek Banerjee, we met at IMT Ghaziabad about 10 years ago, and you sound exactly the same. Terrific, Chika. Great to hear you.
Thank you.
Okay, a slightly theoretical question. You talked about demoralizing, you talk about the mental game, right?
Life is only mental.
Yeah. So, COVID taught us to play in empty stadiums. Talk about the role of the crowds, the people that players play for. So the theoretical question is, would Sehwag be Sehwag if he were to only play in empty stadiums?
See, one thing you have to understand. Yes, you might say, I think that if I rephrase your question, you're trying to say that being a cricketer, does not the crowd motivate you to perform better? Am I right? Correct. Now, one thing you'll have to understand. Once, as a cricketer, you get onto the field. Maybe I've never tried, so I'm not qualified enough to answer this question because I've never played like that. But I played matches when the crowds have been lean. But that does not matter for us. Because once you enter the stadium, once you enter the pitch, you don't even think about the crowd. We have played in the crowds of 1 lakh people, 1,10,000 in Calcutta, fully jam-packed. India-Pakistan match and all in Calcutta, fully jam-packed. But if you start thinking about the crowd, you cannot bat, you cannot bowl, you cannot field. The moment you enter the wicket, you enter the ground, your only focus is on the match, the play. So you're not worried about the things that you like the crowd to applaud you. Who does not like to be applauded, you tell me? Any human being likes to be applauded. Correct? Then we are not human beings. If somebody says, I don't care about the applause, he's bluffing. He or she is bluffing. Correct? So everybody likes to be applauded. They'll atmosphere. But the atmosphere, what she says, right? Electric atmosphere, maybe changed, but I frankly, that's why I said I'm not qualified to answer the question. But definitely Sehwag would have done it. Sehwag is a different zone. I like the guy. He's an out. See, the way you play cricket sometimes is also the personality you are. I'm a very open personality. Sehwag is an open personality. Kapil Dev is an open personality.
Wonderful. Lovely. So many lessons of life just listening to you talk cricket, you know.
Life and cricket goes hand in glove. End of the day, everything. I'm sure every sport, even TT, as you said, might have a lot of lessons. Every if you say, what do you call, go to Sindhu, she'll say she'll have a lot of lessons from badminton, or Saina Nehwal from badminton, whatever it is. But I think one good thing that is happening in India today is we are able to produce international class sports persons and sports women, which is very good for the country. Because the more sporty we become, that means the more successful as a nation we are. If you see, all the sporty nations are all successful nations, except the African nations and the thing. But I'm talking as a thing.
Yeah.
Sports is a big binding factor. Sports teaches you a lot of lessons. The most important lesson it teaches you is how to take success and failure in the same stride.
That's a beautiful note to, I think only time is making us stop the conversation, but there are lots of people who want to do photographs with you. But from the Shivnara Foundation, thank you so much.
I enjoyed it, guys. By the end of the day, I hope you all enjoy. Yes, Shikhar. Tell me, sir.
You said what Punjabis bring
You're
to
a Punjabi,
the team.
huh?
100%.
Okay.
But very skinny Punjabi, not enough brawn. Okay. And the South Indians bring the brains. Because there are a lot of Bengalis in this room, what do the Bengalis bring to the team?
The Bengalis also very intelligent people like the South Indians, no? They only keep looking at the sky. They don't know what they're looking actually.
Dilip Doshi.
You go to Calcutta? Arey dada! One fellow will be looking at the sky and 100 fellows will be looking at nothing in the sky actually. This is on a joking note. But actually Bengalis are also frankly, they are artistic by nature. If you see, the media world is controlled by Bengalis. Why? They have some obvious, the media world, the ad world is controlled by the Bengalis in India. They have an artistic nature. You see all the media people, most of the media people will be Bengalis. Media houses. Advertising agencies you go, most of them, they'll be Bengalis. Artists, that's why they are art, that's why I said art. They are art-loving people and they are into the music, art and all those kind of things. That's why there's one lesson I learned a lot. If you just keep looking at the sky and the nature, I believe your natural instinct to art grows a lot. That's a fact. It's a fact. It's a fact. The more you spend time with nature, the more you become more artistic and a lot of good new ideas come. You become innovative also when you spend time alone with nature. That's why they say you spend time with the plants or skies or beach side or whatever it is. Then the inner sense of thing comes out and you become very, very innovative.
Thank you
Bengalis
so
are
much.
very innovative. So a lot of, you are a Bengali, no? Correct. Some Banerjee, you are Mrs. Banerjee, no? You got introduced me as Mrs. Banerjee only, if I'm right. Oh, you are not a Bengali, your husband is a Bengali then.
That's right.
The Banerjee must be doing the, Arey dada!
Thank you so much. Thank you also for a round of applause for Krish Srikkanth, please. Thank you. Standing ovation.
Thank you guys. No. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thanks. Shiv, Rama, thanks, Shiv.
We have a
Thanks for
request.
giving me the opportunity. Gudu, thanks. Thanks, Roshni. Thanks, Shikha. Thanks, Gopal. Thanks, all of you. Had a good time with you. I mean, it was worth take the early morning flight because sometimes you tomorrow again early morning back to Chennai, go back to my house, but it's lovely. But see, frankly speaking, after COVID, I just started traveling on the lighter side only during this promotion of the '83 World Cup movie. I found it so strange going to the airport, Madras airport first, when I went for the promotions with Kapil, Ranveer, and Kabir and all. So I'm coming to Delhi after 2 years.
Whoa.
So I think I should thank you all for bringing me to Delhi, actually.
Small request, you agreed very graciously to do photographs. He said, I can do it on stage. We've got national level squash players.
Anyway, no worries.
We've got
Come. If you want to come, take photos, batch-wise, you come and take batch-wise. So, anybody, no problem.
All students here want photographs. First, let's get the...
Come in batches, that's all. 20, 15 together, that's it.
Yeah, come.
Can we also have the volunteers on stage?